Hello and welcome, I'm Mystical, this is Mystical Gaming. We are back into Watcher of Realms. Now the reason we're here again is because the Hero Fusion event calendar has just dropped in game. So we're going to have a quick little look at it and see what they've done. If you want to know where to find it, you come over to your events tab, press that, and then down towards the bottom there's the event pre-registration. Now if you click on that, firstly you can click add and that will give you your little rewards, a couple of diamonds, bit of energy, that sort of thing. And then if you click on the more tab, then that will take you to a website. Now that website has the full calendar on there for you. We can have a look at that. Now I've broken it down and we'll have a look through it and see what is available and see what we can do and actually set out a plan of how we're going to achieve this. Okay, so at the top of it we can see what we do need. The 4 grow bands to make 1 Drayga, and we do need them fully done up to 4-star and 4 away promotions done on them. And that's the same for the Draygas. You need to take them up to 5-star and 5 promotions done on them to actually be able to summon Krodor. So all the experience, all the insignias we worked out on the last video, did yesterday, then you are going to need all of them. So get yourselves in, get yourselves prepping and get those done and dusted, because it will make your life a little bit easier when we come round to look at the events. Now available, it says 11 events and 8 Oracle's Trials. So that gives us 19 available and we only need 16. So there is a little bit of wriggle room they've given us so we can manage that. So let's go down and have a look at which events and which trials that we actually want to do, which ones we want to skip, and the little pros and cons as they've laid out the event for us. So there's 8 available from the trials and my plan is to get all 8. Now I don't know the points, your requirement for them, however I'm going off what they used to do for the Shard Summon events, and the Oracle's Trials were always very doable, so I'm basing it on that really more than anything else. And they work in the same pretty much manner. So you're going to start off with Gear Raid 2, then it's Mystery of Artifacts, Gear Raid 3, Gear Raid 1 to finish with, and then there's Awakening of Heroes and an Arrival of Heroes at the weekend. Now the points wise on these, when we're doing the actual Champion Summons events, are all pretty doable. So you should plan on being able to do all of these. And that's 8, so you're already halfway without even looking at the events. Now it's where the events is that gets a little bit trickier. So let's jump in and see which ones we want to do. So these are the events they've got down for us. Now we only need 8 out of the 11 events, so you can skip 3 of them straight away. Now it depends which ones you want to skip. You may have no gold and want to skip Tales of the Smith. You may not have a lot of stamina and want to skip as many of the Brave Conquest events as possible, or you may have no shards for summoning and want to skip that. So it really is up to you. Now there is... So for me, the first events I will be doing is I'm going to do Duel of Champions. I'm aware how easy they are to do, or they always have been easy to do. And there's a couple of things you can do to make them easier. If you don't play the arena with a minimum amount of arena over the next couple of days, you'll actually build up more arena tokens for when these events drop. You can put down a terrible defense and drop your rank in, or you can just play along normally. Now, even if you lose all of these, I don't know if it's still the case because the event hasn't gone live, but you used to be able to lose all of these events and still make the shards that you needed to summon the champion. So whether that's the same here or not, I don't know. Whether these are going to be higher or lower, or whether there's inflation in the game, we don't know until the events go live. But you always used to be able to lose everything and still do the Duel of Champions. So that's the easiest event there. So I plan to do those. So that takes me up to a total of now 10 points I've got done. So the next event I'll be doing is I will do one of the Tales of the Smith event. I don't like doing them, they are a lot of gold and I don't know how these are going to work. Now normally you have to collect 5 shards to actually get these when you're doing a champion version of these sort of events, and they always split them a 2 and a 3. So you have to get right to the end of the event to actually collect the fragments you need. So I don't know how they're going to do this one with it being one champion, whether they're going to put them at the end or whether they're going to put them at the beginning. It'll be an interesting one to watch because every other event I've ever seen with Tales of the Smith, they've split it, and I don't think they can this time. I don't think they can give fractions of a rare champion, but we shall wait and see. So my plan at the moment is to do one of those events and not both, and I'll probably do the first one because I've got quite a bit of gear that I want to level up, so I'll just be saving that for the Smiths event. I'll do a nice bit of gear cleansing, level up some gear, and that will all be good. Most bang for your buck, not necessarily the best thing for your account, but the best way to achieve the points in the event is level mythic gear up to level 12 from 0 to 12, and that will get you most points per gold. Not necessarily what you want to do for your account, but it is the best way for points. Just bear that in mind. So the next part of this is I would definitely do the second Brave Conquest event. Now the reason for this is below it, running on at the same time with the Oracle's Trials, is the Mystery of Artifacts, and you get more points on Mystery of Artifacts if you're doing stage 18 for definite, and I think it's pretty much from about stage 13 onwards, the odds of you getting more points towards Brave Conquest event are very much in your favour. So I would definitely do the second one. Now that would take me to 12 Grogans, which then means with the Corridor of Glory event coming on, I would take those 12, make up 3 Draygas, and rate up and rank up her to give me my 3 5-star, 5 awakened or promoted versions of her towards the fusion. So I imagine I'd be doing that Corridor of Glory quite easily, just on the fact that I'm going to wait until that event goes live, and then with the 12 I've got, I'll smash that out. That will take me to 13, and then it's just a matter of which other events I'm going to do. So I'll probably do the first Brave Conquest event just to make sure that I'm on the right footing and it's easier for me going forward to make any of the other events should there be an issue or I have anything happen. So with knowing I'm doing the first and the second Brave Conquest, I can now choose between the third and the fourth Brave Conquest. That would take me up to 15 Grogans, and then I can decide which one I want to do, how I'm feeling, what I've got on, or anything else really. I mean, it's nice and easy for me. The event starts getting a lot easier there. I don't have to worry about the Trials of the Smith event, but I'll have a look at the first one to see where the points lie. I might want to change some things about. Essentially, I can choose which Brave Conquest I want to do, and I'm in a nice position. So the last thing to me to do is pick one of the Spiritual Altar events to do. I would have to do one of them to get up to the 16. I'm choosing the first one solely on the basis that if I get any rares, or Grogans to be more precise, or if I get up the epic that I require, Drayga, then the whole event becomes so much easier for me on a massive scale. It all becomes a lot easier. Now, I'm imagining the second Spiritual Altar, they'll put something good on to make you pull, because they want you to pull shards and spend money on getting substances to pull for the shards. So I'm imagining the second one is probably going to be better than the first one, but the first one, if you get anything required for the fusion, then the fusion just becomes a lot easier for you before you even start it, and then you can start really saving your resources and seeing which way round you want to go for this. So I would do the first one just to make the rest of it much easier for me. So here's the whole thing as we have a look at it. Now there are a few things that we do want to look at and make sure that we avoid before going forward. So the dates we want to be aware of: Monday the 25th, Saturday the 30th, and Thursday the 4th. These are the dates that there are gaps within the Brave Conquest event. So if you put an extra stamina in to your gear raid runs, make sure the Brave Conquest is open and running at the same time. So that's a rough breakdown on how I intend to do this fusion. Thank you very much for your time. If you could leave me a thumbs up, a like and subscribe, that'd be helpful. Let us know down in the comments how you're going to go about doing it, if you're doing it, and I'll see you in the next video again soon. Cheers for your time. Goodbye.